Today, I'm going to give you away the full script that my students use to generate collectively 6 figures as media buying in closing. So how they essentially close agencies to work with via Upwork. And I'm also going to show you the exact volume that you need to hit in order to ensure that you're going to close your first media buying client in the next 30 days. Okay. So let's jump straight into it. And as you can see right here, I have the script on end. So this is the script. It's super simple, and I'm going to break down to you in a second. And then as well, I have some KPIs that you need to check. And I'm also going to show you exactly how you can apply to those jobs by going on Upwork. So first, let's break down the script. The script says, hey, your name. I came across your job post looking for a high quality media buyer for your business and thought to be a good fit. I'm a full media buyer from Italy, specializing in Facebook ads. So obviously, the first part is simply an introduction to who you are and what you do and how you found it. And then you kind of proceed essentially towards the second step, which is gaining authority and experience. So a quick background about myself. I invest over $4,000 in buyer courses and webinars to deeply learn how Facebook machine learning works to then take an unfair advantage for each campaign that I run. Furthermore, I have a mentor who spent well over $3 million on Facebook ads who I'm in contact with daily. Obviously, this is referring to me. So if you don't have like a mentor like myself, you can kind of get rid of this part. But you want to use this one, even though you let's say invest just like $1,000, it doesn't matter. If you probably learn media buying means that you have invested in some program. You want to use this as a leverage because at the beginning, if you don't have the case studies, you need to have something else that you can use as a backup for the lack of experience that you have. And this is phenomenal. That really works, as well as this part right here where it says this is obviously again this is like reflecting to the mentor. If you don't have it, you don't have to have this part. But then I go straight to giving some lead magnet and I say I made a quick Loom video breaking down the old strategy and now I could use it to get your clients a stable 3x ROAS at scale link. And in this link, obviously, what you want to do is recording yourself with Loom and just break down the strategy with a mirror board. Okay, so for example, my students, they all have access to this mirror board right here, which I'm going to show right now. It's this one right here, I think. Okay, is this mirror board. Obviously, I'm not going to go too in depth because my students, they pay for this, so it would be unfair if I just give for free. But essentially, this is the mirror board that I have access to. And in the course, obviously, I also explain that. And so what I tell them to do is to record themselves going through this mirror board. And ideally, it's not going to take longer than 5 minutes. So then they can attach that specific video to the job appliance here, whatever it's called, job cover letter, to the cover letter in here, so that the prospect then is going to see the Loom video, obviously, and is going to be more bought into the process. Because again, at the beginning, because you have no case studies, you cannot really back up your claims. And so the only thing you can do is adding extra value and showcase your expertise. And so if you go to this mirror board and explain the process, and you sound very confident, obviously that is going to help you gain points from the prospect perspective, because it really seems like you know what you're talking about. And so that essentially make up for the lack of case studies that you have. And then obviously we also have like a small call to action here that says, if this got your attention, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you for your time. Cheers, see you back. Okay. So a nice quick call to action. You can even say something a bit more direct response. Let's say, worth quick chats. Okay. Boom. So you have a nice call to action here. Now, KPIs. What you want to do is to send 5 applications per day and make sure you use the filter. And so what I mean by that is that if we log in on Upwork pretty quickly, you will see that in here you can filter by jobs. And usually the main keyword I use is media buyer. So I'm just going to apply here media buyer, and then I use more filters to essentially filter down the jobs that I want. So for myself, usually I always go for high paying jobs, but if you're a beginner, you can also start low, let's say, so $100 to $500. Ideally, you land something around 300. And as you can see here, you are looking for a beginner media buyer. Boom, perfect. Okay. So all you have to do really is click here and then apply to the job. Okay. And then they're going to have like a bunch of stuff in here that you have to look. But all realistic you have to do is come back here, apply to the job, come back to the script, copy and paste it with a link, obviously. So let's pretend there is a link here for the Loom video. Gonna scroll down, gonna click here, duration more than 6 months, cover letter, boom. And you can essentially already apply. And then you can just expand. What do you want more? What do you want to learn the most about Facebook ads? What sort of experience you have? In here, essentially, you can just touch on more different things. But that's how you do it. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to the KPIs again that you want to have, you want to send at least 5 applications per day. Okay, making sure to use the filter. Then you want to do it for 4 weeks, Monday to Friday. This means that every single week you're gonna send 25 applications at minimum, which means that in a month period you will be sent 100 applications. And you can also test two different scripts, A versus B. So this is script A, but you can also create another script if you want, and A/B test essentially those. Even though in the beginning I just suggested to stick with this because it's very straightforward, very simple, and it has been proven. So for every 5 applications, you should get at least one reply. This is some of the KPIs they want to take consideration. So if every day you send 5 applications, it means that every day you should be able to get one reply. And every 3 replies, you get one meeting, which means that every 15 application that you do, you get one meeting. So every 3 days, roughly, you should be able to get one meeting. And out of 4 meetings, you should like one client. And so by keeping those numbers, you should be able to have one client in after 6 applications, which means that you will get your first clients in as little as 2.5 weeks. So roughly 17, 18 days, working days. Simple. That's literally all you have to do for the next 30 days if you want to close your first media buyer clients. Okay. And then obviously, if you want to scale up, I also teach you more system or tools you can use and stuff like that. But from like a beginner perspective, I think this is the best solution really. You get on Upwork, you get your first clients, it's probably gonna pay you $200, $300, $400. You kind of repeat the process, you make your first $1,000, and then you look another way to scale as a media buyer and making like 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 10K a month, right? All right, guys, this was it. I'm gonna share with you the doc in the link below of this YouTube channel, so you can just make a copy if you want, and speak to you soon. Bye bye.